Welcome, dear subscribers and viewers. Before we embark on this journey, let's take a moment to unite our spirits in prayer. We pray for protection and blessings upon each one of you. May you find strength in your battles, solace in your sorrows, and joy in your triumphs. As we delve into the story of Ella Marshall, a woman of extraordinary resilience, may we find the courage to face our own trials with the same spirit of tenacity and determination. May her story inspire us and remind us that even in the face of despair, there is always hope. So sit back, open your hearts, and let's commence on this journey together. Greetings, dear subscribers and viewers. Today, we walk with Ella Marshall, a woman whose life took a tragic turn when her husband tragically ended his life. Life, as we know it, is full of unexpected turns. Some of these turns lead us into the exhilarating sunshine of joy, while others plunge us into the chilling depths of despair. Ella Marshall, a woman of extraordinary resilience, found herself in the latter category when she was hit with a wave of heartbreaking events that would test the limits of her strength and endurance. In the prime of her life, Ella's world was shattered when her beloved husband made the heart-wrenching decision to end his own life. His loss was not just a puncture, but a gaping hole in the fabric of her existence. The man she had planned to grow old with, to share laughter and tears, joys and sorrows, was suddenly, tragically gone. The heartache was unbearable, and as she grappled with the painful void, Ella found herself spiraling into a pit of homelessness and despair. But the universe wasn't done testing Ella. In the midst of her struggle, she was dealt another devastating blow, a cancer diagnosis. The big C, as it's often referred to, came knocking at her door, adding to the pile of her woes. The bleakness of her circumstances seemed to multiply, and she was pushed to the brink of despair. The weight of her anguish was so heavy, it felt like she was sinking into an abyss with no end in sight. It seemed as if the harsh winds of fate were determined to knock her down. But just when she thought she had hit rock bottom, her life took an unexpected turn. As she stood on the precipice of despair, contemplating her fate, she was about to have an experience so profound it would forever alter her perception of life, death, and everything in between. In the midst of her despair, Ella was about to have an experience that would forever change her perspective. As Ella faced a critical surgery, complications led her to a point of life-threatening crisis and an extraordinary near-death experience. In the sterile confines of the emergency room, Ella's condition took a sudden drastic turn. Her physical body began to fail, but in the midst of this physical decline, something extraordinary happened. A surge of energy coursed through her, a sensation so potent it felt as if she were being forcibly ejected from her own body. The world as she knew it faded, replaced by an out-of-body state that was both unnerving and enlightening. In this ethereal state, Ella discovered a profound sense of awareness. She wasn't just a spectator to her own life, but a participant in a realm that transcended the physical world. Her personality, her humor, her sense of self, they all remained intact and vibrant. This wasn't an end, it was a continuation, a testament to the enduring nature of the human spirit. As she journeyed further, Ella found herself enveloped in a comforting blackness, a tranquil void that was not empty but teeming with presence. She was not alone. Spiritual beings, entities of light and warmth, shared this space with her. They were not strangers but familiar presences, silent guides on this extraordinary journey. In their company, Ella experienced a wash of peace and love so profound it eclipsed all earthly sensations. Memories of kindness, of affection, of love she had received in her life flooded her senses, each one a beacon in the comforting blackness. And then there was the room, a luminescent white space at the center of which stood a symbolic door. It was a threshold, a potential transition to the afterlife. Yet, as she stood before it, a poignant vision of a nurse grieving her potential death made her pause. She realized then the weight of her decision. Her life mattered, not just to her, but to those who cared for her. In this otherworldly realm, Ella was about to make a choice that would change her life. In a luminescent white room, Ella stood before a symbolic door representing her potential transition to the afterlife. Such was the vision Ella encountered during her near-death experience, a moment that would forever alter the course of her life. In this ethereal space, Ella was not alone. A poignant vision of a nurse, her face etched with grief over Ella's potential death, accompanied her. This sight was a stark reminder of the ripple effects one's passing can have on those left behind. Despite the tranquility that death seemed to offer, Ella couldn't ignore the profound impact her departure would have on those who cared for her. In a moment of profound clarity, she made a choice driven by selflessness, a choice to return to life, to spare another soul the pain of loss. It was a decision that defied the natural order, a decision that would challenge the very laws of medicine. You see, Ella had been clinically dead for over 10 minutes. 10 minutes that should have left her with severe physical and cognitive impairments. Yet, when she made her choice to return, she did so without any of these expected detriments. Her miraculous recovery left medical professionals astounded as she defied the odds stacked against her. However, her return to life was not just marked by physical recovery. There was a profound emotional healing that accompanied her. The crushing grief and guilt that had haunted her since her husband's tragic death began to lift. It was as if her journey to the brink of death and back had provided her with a fresh perspective, a newfound appreciation for life. Ella had been given a second chance, a chance to live free from the chains of her past, to find joy in the simplest of things, to truly embrace the beauty of existence. With her return, Ella found not just physical healing, but emotional healing as well. Her story serves as a beacon of hope, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, and a reminder of the profound impact our choices can have. Not just on our lives, but on those around us as well. Awakening in the hospital, Ella is hit by a wave of profound realizations about her existence and purpose. As Ella's eyes fluttered open in the sterile hospital room, she was greeted not by the stark white walls she had grown accustomed to, but by a profound sense of understanding. In the silence of her room, she was hit by a wave of realization. She was alive, not just in the biological sense, but in a deeply spiritual sense. She wasn't merely existing anymore, she was living, truly living. She felt a connection to the world around her, to the people in her life, and even to those who had passed on. Her near-death experience had peeled back the layers of her consciousness, revealing a profound understanding of life and death. It was as if she had been given a glimpse into the very fabric of existence, a glimpse that had forever altered her perception of reality. As she lay in her hospital bed, marveling at this newfound enlightenment, she felt a sense of purpose welling up within her. She knew she had been given a second chance at life for a reason. She felt a calling to share her journey and her insights with the world. She knew that her story, her transformation, could serve as a beacon of hope for those navigating their own valleys of despair. And so, as she lay in that hospital bed, she made a promise to herself, a promise to share her story, to share her insights, to share her hope. It was a promise that would set her on a new path, a path that would lead her to write her book and share her journey with the world. This was her awakening, her realization, her newfound purpose. Ella's near-death experience transformed her. She began to appreciate the simple beauty of life and documented her journey in a book. From the ashes of despair, a new Ella was reborn. She was no longer the woman who had plunged into a deep grief, homelessness, and despair. Instead, she emerged as a woman who found beauty in the most basic elements of life. The rustling of leaves, the chirping of birds, the serenity of a Midwest sunset. These simple moments of existence became her solace and her joy. Ella's transformation wasn't just personal. She felt a calling to share her journey with the world. She put pen to paper and began to document her experience. The heartbreak, the despair, the near-death experience, the transformation. She poured it all into her book, hoping to provide comfort and inspiration to those who might be traversing their own valleys of despair. Her book wasn't just a memoir, it was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, to its ability to rise from the ashes, to survive and to transform. It was a testament to the profound impact of near-death experiences, which aren't just about coming face-to-face with death, but about understanding life in a more profound, more enlightened way. Ella's story is not just about surviving against the odds. It's about the rebirth that can follow despair. It's about embracing enlightenment and understanding that even in our darkest moments, life still holds beauty and meaning. It's about overcoming, transforming, and finding hope again. Ella Marshall's story is a beacon of hope and a deeper understanding of life's mysteries. It's a narrative of overcoming despair, embracing enlightenment, and experiencing a rebirth. It's a story that shows us no matter how dark the night, the dawn always follows. And in that dawn, we find not just the promise of a new day, but the opportunity for a new life, a new beginning, and a new understanding of the world around us.